Hello, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Maggie.
And we are?
Hopefully awesome.
That's right, a positive place on the internet where we nerd out about all the geeky things we love. And today's geeky things include multiple things. We got, the Trolls came out over the weekend.
Yeah.
We got Miss Poppy Seed. Is that her last name? I don't even know. Poppy Seed.
No.
Oh, okay, no. We had Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, which blew my freaking mind. And a bunch of other news, including a possible Fantastic Four casting, which is very, very exciting. But all of that and more, because this is the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where Maggie and I recap all of the nerdy news from the previous week. Remember, if you'd like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome and become a member, just like our November, I almost said September, our November Patreon producer, membership producer for the month of November, Strange Marvel Theories. Welcome. Thank you for being our producer. Everyone, let me tell you, we are just bubbling with new things tonight. Too many new things.
Colorful things.
Colorful things?
Yeah, colorful things.
How do you mean by that?
Like Trolls and Scott Pilgrim, because of Ramona's hair.
I was talking about tech.
Oh.
New tech.
Oh, Matt's really excited.
Well, kind of. So we got
frustrated one.
A bit of both. Yeah. We got a camera.
It's not a phone.
It's not a phone. I actually can use my phone now. Just have my phone with me, which is just watching the stream. So there you go. Yeah. So we got a camera. Obviously, our lighting is a little different. And
ooh, my teeth look whiter.
I know, right? Like I feel like we're a bit high on like the highlights, especially on your side. Maybe point the pink a bit towards the wall if you don't care. Like just turn it a hair towards the wall. I think that might soften you a little. Maybe. Looks about the same. I can't tell if I'm in the shadows too much.
I can't see.
But hey, you know what? That's not why y'all are here. Y'all are here because, well, I don't really know why you're here. There may be some blinking. I ordered an HDMI cable. It did not come in. But yeah, there it goes again.
Hey, Eric.
Fantastic. Hey, is Eric here?
Oh, Eric Hammond.
Hey, Eric Hammond. What is going on?
Different Eric.
EH. It's in the game.
Yeah, so we might glitch like Vanellope von Schweep from Wreck-It Ralph.
Nice. Good job. I really appreciate you saying that, Maggie. That's pretty good.
Oh God. No.
No, Lou. No. Lucy. We have a dog.
Hey.
Lucy, get out of here.
We got 2 Erics in chat.
Look at that. We got 2 Erics in the chat. Sorry, we're trying to keep the dog away from the cords that are hanging on by mere breath and a prayer. Let me tell you. All right. This whole thing's going to just go to shit here in just a couple of seconds. Oh my God, this is going to drive me insane. I don't know why it's blinking now. Like it was just being like glitchy and now it's just blinking.
Perfecto, moving on up. Yep.
Giving it a little, I gave it a little tug. We'll see.
Touch it. Put a paperweight on it.
Elgato, more like El
Fardo.
Chapo. Wasn't that a bad guy? El Chapo. I don't know. Hey, you know what I do know? It's time for the news.
Good news, everyone. Eric with the K says we are here for a hopefully awesome time.
Ooh, hopefully it'll be awesome. We'll let you know if it is. And also, not only that, I was gonna get the Elgato teleprompter, and decided not to because it was $300. I was like, let's try just a regular prompter, see if it's even worth having an additional one. So I got this one used on Amazon for like.
No, it's used.
Yeah, well, used like new. Okay, so I mean, it's basically new. It's just
refurbished.
Like somebody bought it and then was like, oh, never mind. No, it's not even refurbished. It's like they didn't.
I'm trying to be funny.
You're hilarious. I'm still in the mode of like tech. What's it called? When tech, like, you got to work stuff out. in tech, shadow dropping. What's it called? You know, tech support.
Yeah, tech support.
Nah, there's a word. There's a word for it. Troubleshooting. I'm still in troubleshooting mindset. Like I was literally doing it until 8:58. God damn it! It
I
blinked
moved.
again.
I'm sorry.
Hey, no, it's not your fault, Maggie. You know what? But so now I have a teleprompter to look at. So instead of having to read off the iPad, I get to look directly in the camera. So we'll see if it works.
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
Yeah. What am I doing?
No, I meant like you ready to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Like you're not doing anything. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But like I'm just saying, are you ready
Lou,
to deal with
what
it?
are you doing?
Oh boy.
All right, you're going out.
Everybody, let me just tell you, I have been with our daughter all day today, and it was great. I love it.
3 years old.
Love our daughter. Love our daughter. Just so much. Just so much, you know? She's great. Love her. I love her. But, like, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll watch Viv. I'll, like, write the show, you know, get all the news stories together. I'll make some thumbnails. No. And, like, my ADHD is just not good at, like, hey, I'm gonna do something for 20 seconds and then do something else for 20 seconds and then go back to doing that. No. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. So here we are, everybody. Here we are. The stream does look oh, thank you. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. Eric with a K. The OG EK. What?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like see what the teleprompter looks like.
Oh, can you see it? Can you see the letters in it?
Yeah, I can. It's just like on my side I can only make out fully awesome.
Yeah,
show.
I had to make sure I cropped it correctly. See, because normally you would have it pointing directly at you, okay? But from where we have one camera pointing at both of us, we're both kind of off. So I'm afraid that as I'm reading this, it's going to look like I'm cross-eyed. All right? Like, that's what I'm afraid of. Is that, like, on the screen. Like, if I'm looking...
No, you're not
You
cross-eyed.
sure?
No, I'm sure.
What about now? Now I'm looking all the way over to the left. Yeah, it does. God damn it. I knew it. I knew it. So I'm just going to have to format it to where I get like 3 words
An
per
apple.
line. You know, an apple. Maybe I'll just keep it on the wide while I'm doing the teleprompter shot.
It's probably for the best.
Oh, man. Anybody else ready for some turkey this week?
No. I don't like how it tastes.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready for other things like sweet potato casserole. Other things. Oh, we're glitching, Matt. Remember? Just glitching. We're glitching.
The blank is gonna be the end of me. It's gonna be the end of me.
If you see Matt get up and just start screaming at everything, I love you guys.
Well, you know what's funny, Maggie? You know, we used like the shitty $19 one, and like it never did that. It never blinked like that, you know. But it did look worse.
Yeah. But
it never blinked. So, as Doctor Who said, don't blink. His name is not Doctor Who. I'm trying to get out of my funk, man. I'm trying really hard to swing out of this. Maggie, tell me something good about me.
About you?
Mm-hmm. Just tell me you love me.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
You did a good job setting up everything.
God,
Shut.
damn it.
Shush.
All right. Hey, here we go. We're just going to go ahead and get into it. So
Eric with the cases, don't worry about the blink.
Okay.
It's like us actually seeing our own blink.
Oh, fair. I like that. I like the way that sounds. All right. Via Box Office Mojo, the numbers, and discussing film, we have a new number 1 at the box office, Maggie. So, number 1 this week, brand new to the box office, was The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I can't believe it.
I know, right? I was not, like, it was on my radar, obviously. Like, I knew it was coming out. But, like, I didn't think it would be a thing. Like, I figured Trolls would probably take it pretty easily. But no, it didn't. So, get this. They made $44 million domestic and $98.5 million worldwide. Okay, almost $100 million in one weekend for the new Hunger Games prequel. Okay, like,
That's
who
crazy.
wanted this? Like, don't get me wrong. I think it looks fun. Like, I think it looks fun. Like, you know, I do want to check it out at some point, but like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. The budget was 100 million. So in 3 days, they have almost made their entire budget back. You believe that? Now, of course, it's not considered a success until they hit 200 million.
Yeah.
But, there you go.
Yeah. It's the lowest opening domestic in the franchise.
Oh, whoa, Maggie. Are you doing it too?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is that I go cross-eyed?
No, you looked good.
Yeah.
I think it's just me. I think it's just how I think I'm just naturally cross-eyed a little bit.
I just know from, I guess, hearing people talk about reading off a teleprompter, you're not supposed to let your eyes move with the words. Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell you what, let me try this. So, lowest opening domestic in the franchise. So, the other 4 was, at number 4 was Part 4, oddly enough, 102.6 million. Number 3 was Part 3 with 121. You like how I didn't give their names? I just was like, fuck it, it's Part 3.
Guess what, guys? You're going to figure out their names as you go.
121.8 million is what it made opening weekend. The Hunger Games, the original, is number 2 on the list with $152.5 million opening weekend. And number 1 in the Hunger Games saga was the Hunger Games 2.
Catching Fire?
With 158 million. Well, see, I feel like by the time Catching Fire came out, all right, like we were on the high, right?
Yeah.
And like by the time Mockingjay Part 1 came out, we was already like coming down the end of like the Harry Potter stuff, the Twilight stuff. Like all of that was kind of already crescendoing. And like we'd already had, I'm assuming Divergent had probably already come out.
Yes, it had.
The fucking We Wear Gray Clothes and like, but
Maze
like
Runner.
A Coat of Many Colors or something. It's like, there's a teen movie. It's like it's a YA novel, and like it. I don't know. They all wear gray.
Maze Runner.
No, that involves running through mazes. That's a
Maze
totally different
Runner.
thing.
I'm just gonna keep on saying Maze Runner.
Maze Runner is another one, but there's one like they like The Chosen or something. I don't know. Like they're like
Who
Amish.
cares?
They're like Amish or something. All right. Anyway, so I think that's why it started going back down by the time we got to 3.
Yeah.
I digress. So, Maggie, any additional thoughts you have on the Hunger Games being back in the top?
I can't believe it. Like Trolls should have been number 1.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You like that, don't you?
I got into it or it first came out, the first movie. And like I read the books, and the books are good. They're good. It's just I think, if you're one of these people that read the books and you start pointing out everything that they did wrong, and the movies, like especially in the first Hunger Games, that's not how she got the Mockingjay pin. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
And like some things I loved. I just hate that.
You can use the Force.
I don't know. As you get older, you realize these little rom-com teen movies are lame sometimes.
I like it. I'm gonna be honest. I was not paying attention to
I
anything.
could tell.
I was trying. Eric asked for
I
something.
know.
So I was trying to show him like, hey man, you can email us.
Yeah.
Everybody can email us.
Anybody.
Contact at hopefullyawesome.com. We have a URL.
We have a P.O. box.
We have a P.O. box. We have a URL. We're moving on up to the east side. Okay, we're not going to go there. Number 2 at the box office, brand new to the box office, was Trolls Band Together, making a debut of 30.6 million domestically and 108 million worldwide. So see, here's the thing. If we go worldwide, Trolls number 1.
Yeah.
But if we go just domestic, so Americans are stupid. Is what I'm hearing. Is what I'm seeing from this.
I believe it. I'm not super American. I watch Trolls Band Together.
Trolls Band Together is, well, listen, we're going to give our full thoughts, our full spoiler-free thoughts later on in the episode, but it was magical. Let me just say.
I loved it. Look at this tiny little poppy. Look at it.
I gotta say, the music's such a banger this time around.
I even played the soundtrack during class today.
I love the Brozone's back. Brozone's back. Oh, I gotta get that chord. Don't worry, everybody. Next week we'll have a better chord, and this won't keep shorting out on us. What's up?
Thank you, Eric Hammond. He says you're my favorite YouTuber.
Aw, thanks, Eric Hammond. Look at that. Look at that. I guess that there's just something about us and Eric's. You know what I mean? We got Eric Hammond. We got Eric with a K. We got Eric Matthews. Like, damn, you know.
Darn.
We got T Rec. That's for Billy. That is only for Billy.
If he ever watches this.
Nah, he texts me sometimes. He's like,
sometimes.
he texted me about last week's. I forget what I said, but he said something. He said something. But yeah, so Trolls band together, 30.6 million. I meant to look up like what all the stuff with the rest of the Trolls franchise was. I just didn't do it. There, you know, I think I got sidetracked. I think I got sidetracked with like a 3-year-old telling me to build a tent for the 75th time today.
Or like wherever you called me and she was on the phone, we asked her, "What do you want to eat?" A chocolate cake. I ask mommy. I ask you, mommy.
Pizza party.
Mommy. Like that was the conversation.
She's great. She's fantastic.
We love her. We really do.
I'm just being fun. You know, I do love her to death. Number 3, dropping from the number 1 slot. This sucks. All right. Here's the thing. It's the Marvels. Okay. Marvels second weekend, 10.2 million. All right. Bring its domestic total to 65 million. Worldwide gross to 161.3 million. A 78% drop since the first weekend. This is the biggest drop of any superhero movie ever. Not just Marvel, okay? I'm talking like Dark Phoenix, okay? I'm talking Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, Maggie, all right? Punisher Warzone. This is the biggest drop. More than all of those, which I guess granted, you know, they would have had to make money the first weekend to have a large drop in the second weekend. So I guess that's probably like what's keeping them from eclipsing this. But God, it's such a good movie.
Yeah,
like it's really good. We got a lot of hate on us last week when we posted a positive review.
Stupid.
Oh yeah, dude, the amount of hate speech that was used on us was insane. Like I let a lot of it stay because I mean, like I don't care. Like that's whatever. But like some of it I was like, well, you know, if you're gonna use like words that are, you know, that are just bad, like I don't mean like fuck and shit, right? I'm talking like, you know, saying things like the R word, you know, or like obviously any derogatory term towards like, you know,
people are so immature.
Yeah, like obviously none of that shit's gonna fly. So feel free to tell us that we're wrong. Like that's fine. You can call us stupid. I don't care. But like, if you're gonna use terms that are just vulgarly offensive,
also
you know, you're gonna get cut. Sorry.
You had one commenter, and they took the time to explain.
Yeah. That was great.
It was pretty cool.
We had a whole back and forth.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we both ended on, you know, where we started, but like, you know, I was like, hey, I appreciate you actually like trying to tell us why we're wrong. Like, going line by line, be like, well, actually, you know, this doesn't make sense because why would the sun be affected by Civil War and stuff? I'm like, sure, totally. But like, you know, so I appreciate that. That's kind of the atmosphere we want to make. So, anywho, the biggest drop, unfortunately. So, but on that topic, via discussing film, Iman Vellani.
Yes,
am I saying that right?
I believe so.
So she was talking to someone, I forget who the interview was with. It wasn't discussing film. They quoted it, but I'm out of breath. Give me just a second.
I can read it.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
This is what she said about the box office in that interview. She says, "I don't want to focus on something that's out of my control because what's the point? That's for Bob Iger. Box office has nothing to do with me. I'm happy with the finished product."
There you go. There it is.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, honestly, that's a very healthy attitude. You know?
Yeah, it is for as young as she is too.
Yeah. And I mean, it really isn't her like anything for her to
No.
carry, you know, and it is for Bob Iger to take care of.
Yeah.
There was another quote, I didn't have it on here, but she said that she was going to take it easy on Kevin until he approves of Miss Marvel season 2. Like, she's like, listen, I'm just going to let him continue to think that this is Earth 616. All right. It's not, but if that's what he wants to say, I'm not going to fight him on it until he greenlights season 2. Then I'll let him know how it is.
Oh boy.
She's great, man. Apparently she did a new interview with New Rock Stars. So she came back and talked to Eric Voss
She's
again.
also currently writing a Miss Marvel.
Yeah, she's
comic.
doing the next run on Miss Marvel. Yeah, and when Miss Marvel becomes a mutant, like they kind of not retcon. I don't know how they really like work it in, but
Reboot.
Reboot, just reboot. Oh my god, I love it. At number 4, brand new to the box office top 10 was Thanksgiving. 10
carve you up.
10.2 million domestic. Worldwide gross was 12.6 million.
Eric with a K, didn't you go watch that, man?
Yeah, I believe he was. I believe Eric said something in one of our comments that he was going to check out Thanksgiving. Now, whether or not he did, who knows? But I believe he said that was the plan.
Yeah.
So, Eric, you are in chat. Feel free to let us know. Was it good, or did it let you down, or should we check it out? Just whatever. You can give us like even just an emoji, whatever.
Wanting more.
Oh, would you go back for seconds? Did it taste like a sweet? Was it sweet potato casserole?
Can you roll with that movie?
Oh, listen, Eric, you're my pumpkin pie. And you got a cool whip.
Oh my god!
Talking about his car. I don't even know what he drives, but get like a whip.
Yeah.
Ghost ride the whip.
Oh my god.
Anyway, did I say how much it made? 10.2 million?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
At number 5, we had Five Nights at Freddy's dropping from the number 2 slot with $3.5 million, bringing its domestic gross to $132.6 million and $271.8 million worldwide, the highest grossing horror movie of 2023 worldwide. Worldwide. It has made the most money for a horror film worldwide. Isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
I'm trying to think of that Will Smith. It's not Will Smith, but Men in Black 3 Pitbull song. It's like back in time, but it's not Back to the Future. Back in time. It's Pitbulls, you know.
My brain's gone.
Baby. Yeah. That's what it was. Oh yeah. Hey, everybody, Maggie might be having contractions.
The false kind. The false kind.
Yeah, not real contractions. I mean, they hurt.
Braxton Hicks ones.
Yeah. The Stephen Hicks.
Don't.
Stephen Hicks. Who's Stephen Hicks?
You're thinking of Stevie Nicks.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of. Oh, wait. I have my phone now. I can just look it up.
Hallelujah. No more stealing Maggie's phone.
Look at this. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, like I'm super like uncomfortable.
Nah, this isn't who I'm thinking of.
Muscles are like super
I don't know.
tense.
I don't know who the hell I was thinking of.
Stevie Nicks.
Maybe. Let's see where we at. The highest grossing movie of horror film of 2023 worldwide. And number 6, sticking in the number 6 slot. So we've had a lot of drop offs, but this one actually stayed the same, and that is The Holdovers, staying strong with another $2.7 million, bringing its domestic gross to $8.3 million. Still not open worldwide. That's that one with the guy from Sideways, and he played Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is exactly what I said last week. Yes, Paul Giamatti.
I'm proud of myself.
I think it's him. I may be mixing up some stuff. I want to say it's him and Thomas Hayden Church, and they're drinking wine. And I don't know if that's what it is or if I'm thinking of Sideways, but one or the other. I don't know. It's his new movie. Number 7, Taika Waititi's Next Goal Wins, opened up with 2.5 million domestic. Worldwide gross, nothing because it's not open worldwide. So, unfortunate. I mean, I like Taika Waititi. I love Taika Waititi. Let's get real. I love Taika Waititi. But like, apparently, I don't know if this just didn't get marketed that well, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in like going to watch it. So like, and that says a lot because Jojo Rabbit's like my third favorite movie of all time. Fourth now because I've recently redone my list. But yeah, still really good. At number 8. Dropping from the number 3 slot was the
Taylor Swift Eras Tour
with 2.4 million, bringing its domestic gross to 175.3 million and its worldwide gross to 244.2 million. It is now in the top 10 highest grossing movies of 2023 domestically. I'm going to read the top 10 list.
Okay.
But then I'm going to tell you what movie it kicked out of the top 10. It's great. It's great. So number 10, T-Swift, of course. Number 9 was John Wick 4. Number 8 was Quantum Mania. Number 7, Avatar 2. Avatar 2 still, I mean, like, I guess
strong.
I mean, it makes sense because it released so late last year that it would be in the top 10 highest grossing of this year. But still, it's just weird. Number 6 is Little Mermaid. Number 5 is Oppenheimer, which officially crossed 950 million, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's it. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Number 3, Across the Spider-Verse. Number 2, Mario. And number 1, Barbie. Now, this is worldwide.
Priscilla.
This is worldwide. So, wait. Right? Yeah. Wait. No. Right?
Totally domestically.
But that's right. Barbie did take it over. Yeah. Never mind. I'm bad. For some reason, I thought Barbie was still number 1. But yeah,
what did it knock out? I'll try to keep a straight face.
The movie, unfortunately, that it got rid of was The Sound of Freedom.
Oh.
I wish I could zoom in even more on your face.
Eric's got his comments about Thanksgiving.
Is that Duck movie? Not the cartoon one.
No, I know which one you're talking about.
All right, what we got, Eric?
Thanksgiving. It was your typical slasher movie. It did make fun of itself, which I thought was it was awesome, but not scary movie kind. Was Thanksgiving good? Like the Macy's parade?
Oh my gosh!
Really?
Billy sent me a text, so I'm sending Billy a picture.
In other words, Billy, get on the street.
Like, hey, you piece of crap.
And then we got Priscilla. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, Priscilla is number 9, dropping from the number 4 slot with 2.3 million, bringing its domestic total to $16.9 million. Still not open worldwide yet. And rounding off the top 10 at number 10, dropping from number 5, is Killers of the Flower Moon with 1.9 million, bringing its domestic gross to 63.5 million and worldwide gross to $145.7 million. Maggie, what do you think about the box office this week?
Disappointed that Trolls isn't number 1.
You know what should have been on the list? What? Scott Pilgrim. But it wasn't on the box office.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
I know, but like, if we're being real, Scott Pilgrim took the weekend. All right. Not only did he take off, but he took the weekend as well. All right.
He fought the world.
Boom, 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 boom. We're going to be talking about Scott Pilgrim later on in the show, so don't worry. We're not going to spoil it for you. We'll be telling you ahead of time when there's some spoilers. So don't even front, dog. All right, we got you.
Don't even front, dog.
Oh, hey, Eric has sent us the link. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Here we go. Maggie, why don't you talk?
Okay.
Why don't you talk to the camera for us?
Yeah. Hi. I'm like Garth from Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
He starts freaking out.
Holy God! I just got like 75 emails just like popped up. Apparently, I hadn't.
Matt.
I hadn't done it.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Should I wait?
But he said, "Hey Matt, did you guys get that link? Check it out. You guys might like it. It's nothing bad.
Now, Eric,
It's nothing bad that needs to be censored. Okay.
it does say someone sent you a cameo video. So,
Wait.
should
how?
do we watch it?
Oh
like
my
right
God!
now?
Is it John Schneider?
No. Hang on. I don't want to guess because it could be. All right, here we go. Is it playing? It's not playing.
It's not playing.
Is that? I think it is.
Hey, Matt, Maggie, this is Gary Chalk here, voice of Optimus Primal. I got a note from Eric saying that you're restarting your YouTube channel. So I say congratulations. Thank you very much for being fans and for watching the show. You know, I watched a couple of episodes of your YouTube channel, and I got to say I'm becoming a fan because you're pretty engaging as a team. And I really like what you're doing there. And so just to quote, from the show, sometimes crazy works. The keys to the future lie buried in the past until all are one. But above all, maximize, kids, maximize. And I got to tell you that Eric is a lovely guy, and he asked me to send you this message, so that's what I'm doing. And hopefully things will have great success for you, and maybe one day we'll be on your show. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Oh my God. I'm just going to play again.
You need to save that.
Oh, don't worry. It's not like it's going nowhere. It's not going nowhere.
Holy crud.
Eric, what are you doing? That's amazing.
Dude.
Oh my God. Like, I'm like beside myself. That was amazing.
Yes.
That was incredible.
I was really hoping you'd say, well, isn't that just Prime?
Hey, you know what? He said some amazing
Yes,
things.
he did.
Well, that's just Prime.
The fact that he said he watched some of our show.
Oh, God help him. Well, he probably was the guy that commented on our Marvels review and said we were idiots. That's probably him. Dude, oh my God,
thank you
Eric.
so much, Eric.
Thanks, Eric, man. That's really, you're too much. I don't even know what to say right now. Like,
Bro.
I'm uncharacteristically speechless. All right, like that was great. That was fantastic.
Jerry and I agree. Eric equals number one. Oh.
Thank you, Eric. God, I don't even know how to come out of that. Like last time when we did the gift, I made the joke about my brother being in prison. So I mean, I guess I could talk about him going back to jail.
Oh
no, he's a.
we're done. Show's over with. Bye.
We'll see you all next time. I'm joking. we're not done. We're not done. We're by far from done. Eric, for real, thank you very much.
God, man.
I'm gonna post that as something, like maybe a TikTok, maybe one of those shorts. Maybe, I don't know. Might be a way for us to like work it in, like, and like get our reaction to it, and like have it playing like underneath or something. I don't know. But that's gonna be something.
Golly.
Is Eric like the unofficial third member of Hopefully Awesome? Or I guess, well, that'd be Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy's the third.
And then both of our kids. Is Eric unofficially our third kid?
I don't think you would like that.
Sure. All right, moving on to the next story. There we go. That got us out of it. Everybody listen. We got a great story going into. Everybody, what a great feeling we got going right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so good. All right. I'm going to try and rope it back together here via discussing film, Deadline, and the N. Snyder. So we got 3 different people. Oh, and the Hollywood Reporter, but that's not this first thing. So the Fantastic Four had some casting rumors, casting updates. Not officially official, but pretty good. All right, pretty basically official. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So Pedro Pascal will officially star as Reed Richards in Fantastic Four, though not officially confirmed. So when it says officially, it's not actually official. It's more like, hey, it's gonna happen, but like Marvel hasn't actually said it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen.
Should.
And so, hey, fantastic. Gonna have to figure out the brightness for all this because he looks like goddamn powder on our TV screen right now. Look at
Let
him.
me see.
Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? Look at him on the
No, I
preview.
saw.
God,
saw.
looks terrible. Looks like the Joker with his like purple suit. Anyway, I gotta be honest. As soon as I read this, I was like, "That is just fantastic casting." That's just prime. See, I said that's fantastic. I didn't even like.
Oh, well,
like I wasn't even trying to say fantastic.
I'm still on the high.
No, it's fine. Like I didn't even mean to say fantastic. You know, it's fantastic for I didn't even mean for that. But are you gonna try and fix the color while we're doing?
Yes.
Okay, hey,
Is
go
that
for it.
okay?
Fuck it. Why not? You know, I mean, this episode's not. You know, I got nothing. I don't know. It's like maybe I'll start talking and something will happen before I end it. But yeah, let's just. Maybe I'm gonna pause for a second while you do this because this will be.
Oh
a
my
segment.
gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's on darkest, so I think we're good.
We could do dark.
That's gonna make it brighter because we're on darker.
Normal.
Normal from Garfield.
Normal.
It's happening right now.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
You want bright.
All right, let's
Brighter.
How about we just go back to the picture of you? I love you, Maggie. You're the best. You know, I wore this shirt because I thought it was kind of Scott Pilgrimish. And it's not. Like it's. I mean, I guess the blue around like the arms and the neck. I guess is kind of like a T-shirt he wears. I guess I have one that's Universal Studios. I should have wore that one because it's Universal.
Oh no. All right. Back to it.
Back to it. So when I first read this, I was very ecstatic. I really think like I was gonna watch Fantastic Four. Obviously, I mean, it's not like I was not gonna check it out. I have been like a fan of Fantastic Four, not like all the time, but I do love like when they showed up in the Spider-Man cartoon. I liked playing as them in the like Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I like the '60s cartoon.
Really, with Herbie the robot. God, do you know why?
And Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends or something like that. Yeah, I watched that.
Oh boy. I mean, I actually like the live action movies that they did, like the first two. I mean, look, I'm an apologetic for Fanforstic. Okay, like the second half is terrible. All right, I agree.
But the beginning of it was good.
First half of that movie, man, so good. They were on like a perfect pace, and then they were like 1 year later, and it was like whatever the hell we're chucking in here.
One of my favorite artists to look at on Twitter and Instagram and stuff is Boss Logic. And like, you know, he posted a picture of him with the white streaks on the sides of his hair. I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna look good.
Dang,
he said,
he's gonna be so good.
He went like next day, hey, guess who's been cast as the Thing? Pedro Pascal. And he made him into the Thing.
Oh my God.
And then Johnny Starr. Then Sue Storm.
Did he use the thing from Saturday Night Live? Or
yes,
like, did he?
The hair, yes.
That's great.
And he said, "This is your Fantastic Forecast right here. It's all Pedro Pascal." But he did take a picture, that one picture of him that he made of him as Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And he like elongated his neck.
It
looks wild.
Do you look like the elongated man?
Sorta. Kinda.
Terrible. But yeah, no, I definitely, I think this is like, this made me actually excited for the movie more than just being excited for Fantastic Four. Like it made, hey, there's Billy. See, I told you.
I knew.
I told you if I took a picture and sent it to him, he'd show up.
I knew once I said he needs to get on the stream. I knew it.
Hey Billy, when you listen to this tomorrow, earlier I made a T-Rex reference, so that's just for you, buddy. That's just for you. Anyway, right. back to the real story
back
here.
To it.
So yes, definitely very excited for Pedro Pascal being the new Mr. Fantastic once it's officially official. But I think that he'll be a fantastic way to go. You know what I mean? Again, not trying. I'm not even trying to do the fantastic thing. It literally just keeps happening. But that is not all of the information we got. So via the Hollywood Reporter, Pedro Pascal will be able to shoot The Last of Us Season 2, Gladiator 2, and Zach Kreger's Weapons on top of starring as Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. So it'll have no effect on his schedule. No effect. Apparently.
Well, guys, let's make this baby official right now.
Hey man, I'm just gonna say, Last of Us. We bought season 1 on Blu-ray for $10 at Target over the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's, just a great deal. God, what a great show.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have been like pissed if this had delayed Last of Us season 2, like for Fantastic Four. I wouldn't have been mad, but like,
still,
I'm glad it's like not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like that makes me very happy. We had Eric earlier in the chat. He said, so with Pedro has been cast, who can be Sue?
Well, we can tell you all about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Vanessa Kirby.
No, what's her name? I was gonna make a joke, and you already.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It wasn't gonna be a good joke. It's what's her name from Mandalorian, the one that they fired.
God.
What's her name? Gina Carano? Is that who it was?
I can't remember.
I don't remember who it is. Anyway, no, Maggie, tell them who it's gonna be.
Well, Vanessa Kirby, this is what she said about playing Sue Storm. She said, I don't know. You'll have to ask them. I would be very honored to join.
So she's been very Gina Carano. Thank you, Eric. She'd be the worst Sue Storm shit. But no, so Vanessa Kirby, if you have seen the most recent Mission Impossible, well, I guess the most recent 2, she's been in 2 of them. She's, how would you describe her? Just the blonde girl, I guess.
She's British, and she's blonde.
And she's like the bad guy.
She's the bad guy in one of them, but then she helps him out in the next one, it seems like.
She's like
she's really funny. Like, she's... in the first one, like, Tom Cruise has to impress her.
Yeah.
And she's really funny.
Yeah. He has to pretend that he's like some sort of like psycho killer guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they do it. Because their brother and sister, they're Velvet and Veneer. Is what they are.
They wish they could be Velvet and Veneer.
But no, I definitely, she's been talking about all that. So like, I think she's definitely gonna be it. I could be wrong, but I definitely think that she will probably be it. And I think she'd do good. We talked about her a little bit, I think, back when we did our Mission Impossible review.
Yeah.
I think we talked about her. Sue.
Yeah. Because she had even said it herself that she would like to play Sue.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see what they do with the thing. Like, after seeing, nobody say it. But after seeing spoilers in the Marvels, just makes me excited to see how they might handle the thing in Fantastic Four. Just gonna leave it there. Nobody say it. Just nobody say it. But yeah, no.
Oh, and
be careful.
And
what?
Eddie from.
Oh yeah, I didn't even get that in here. Yeah, Eddie.
It just hit me. Yeah.
From Stranger Things, the guy that did the. Benoit Blanc?
No. Quit bringing Benoit into all this.
Oh, there's been a murder here in Smallville.
But the guy that played Eddie in the last season of Stranger Things, which has become a beloved character.
Was it when he played Master of Puppets? Wasn't that what he was playing? Yeah.
He's in. Well, apparently.
Yeah.
It's been said that he could be Johnny.
Oh yeah, and the guy from The Bear.
Yeah, cuz.
Yeah,
he's going to be the Thing.
Yeah. Holy fuck. What a movie. This movie is already going to be insane. That's the rumors,
though. There's not been anything said yet.
Yeah. But my God.
Joseph Quinn.
That's Eddie?
Yes.
Yeah. And apparently the reported bad guy for the film is going to be Galactus. And the person that they're looking at playing Galactus is Javier Bardem, which is
amazing.
It's just wonderful in so many ways. I don't even what a film this is gonna be. Like, it's almost
if it happens with all the people that we say.
Dude, I mean, if this is at least even like what they're aiming for, like, this is gonna be a fever dream of a film. Like, this is like a whole new level. This is like when they were trying to get but didn't they say they were trying to get Steven Spielberg to direct it at one point?
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
they were like, this is gonna be our Oscar movie, and it's like,
No.
I don't know. I mean, I'm down to see a Marvel Oscar film, I guess, but like, fuck,
I'm
this is gonna be
sorry,
crazy.
Angie. I didn't mean to scare you. She thought I had a pain.
Oh no, she's just having contractions.
no,
Mom. It's
don't
fine.
say. It's the false ones, Angie. The false ones. You know what I mean.
Right,
Don't
let's
listen
scare
to
mom.
your son.
Let's scare mom, everybody.
Hey, Billy, scare your mom in chat.
What's Billy just typing boo or
I
something?
bet Billy's gone.
He probably is. He dipped
Probably
out.
dipped
It's
out.
fine. It's fine. Sorry, my sinuses are getting dried out. But yeah, Maggie, thoughts on the fantastic forecasting? Sorry, Maggie, thoughts on the fantastic forecasting?
I'm really excited about, especially the Joseph Quinn part. If there's any truth to it, and also Cuz as the thing would be hilarious.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
if he has the accent that's the same from the bear.
Oh my god, yes. Billy.
Mom, I'm having birthing pains.
Jesus.
God, Billy. Eric with the K says Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic and Harvey as Galactus. Then Michelle Rodriguez as Susanna Tormenta. LOL. Sorry. Oh, okay. That's a lot of Latinos. Hey. I wasn't going to try to pronounce.
I love it so much. That'd be great.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, I think he's making a joke.
Who?
Eric, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I can.
Michelle Rodriguez as Susanna.
Tormenta.
I can barely see chat. But yeah, like Susan Storm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Eric.
Hey, Eric. Now you get to know how I feel when Maggie just fucking destroys one of my jokes.
I'm so
Just
sorry,
fucking,
Eric.
just
Welcome.
I throw it in the air.
To the team,
and
Eric.
she just-
I just broke you in. There you
Hey.
go, buddy.
That's what you get for being our third child, Eric.
See, he went. C. Such a sad looking C right there in chat. It makes me
Oh my God.
depressed.
I love it. I love it so much. All right, let's get
Lo
into
siento, Eric.
what a great show we're having. You know, it started off with technical issues, and then it got way better. And I guess that's just the effect that Eric and Optimus Primal has on us. So there we go.
I'll blame it on the Primal.
Blame it on the booze.
Blame it on Optimus.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the next segment of the show where we talk about headlines, new releases, trailers, dates, all that fun stuff. So, out this past week, was Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV Plus. If you have not checked it out, do it. It's totally worth it. I know Colonel Sanders was in the comments earlier today saying that he was planning on checking it out. Colonel, like,
I know. It's just funny to say. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Angie. Good night.
Oh, good night, Mom.
Love you.
Love it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, for real. So yeah, Monarch Legacy of Monsters is now available on Apple TV. If you've not checked it out, this is a part of the whole Monsterverse thing. So Godzilla, Kong, all that stuff. And 2 episodes in, really fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be released weekly. That's what I was trying to get to. Is Colonel Sanders said he's not checking it out until I think later this week, and then somebody else in the chat was saying that they're going to check it out once it's all aired is when they're going to watch it. So I get that wanting to like binge them, but the first 2 episodes are out, and I was kind of shocked at the quality, like just the level of quality of it.
Yeah.
It looked like one of the movies.
And also,
you know?
yeah, the quality, and also, I mean, the actors that they have.
Yeah,
It was hard at times to keep up with the pacing sometimes.
Yeah, like it does kind of not really a lost thing, but like where there's like part of the story takes place in the 50s and part of the story takes place now, or well, what 2015, I guess, because it's like a year after the San Francisco event, or G Day as they call it.
G-Day.
Love that.
Yeah.
G Day, so good. And what's his name? What's
Yeah,
their
it's only
names?
on Apple, Eric.
What's their names? The father-son duo that's in the movie, that's in the show. They play the same character, but in the past.
Russell's.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell and Wyatt.
Yes, so Kurt Russell plays the character in modern day, and Wyatt Russell, his son, plays the same character in the 50s.
Yeah.
And it's just great. He was
Because-
also, if you don't know, he was a U.S. agent in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Also, if you remember when we first read the news about this show, well, I think we were both afraid
Yeah,
that they were actually going to play father and son.
but that Wyatt would be the dad. I'm joking, obviously. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. We'll talk about it more like once the series actually ends. We'll do like our full on review and stuff. But it's really good. I'm definitely digging it so far. And you know, it's a good time to be a Godzilla fan because a week after next, we got Godzilla -1 coming out, and I am.
Oh yeah, he got the tickets for it.
Dude, I'm so excited. I think it's December 1st is when it comes out.
God,
I know, right? I know, right, dude.
that's so weird. December.
So I don't.
And
then yeah,
you're getting kicked out.
baby boy is gonna be here in like what 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Yep.
There's so much to do. There's just so much to
Well,
do.
at least I have some days off this week, so
That's true. Hey, we should spend those days off. Like,
sleeping.
I mean, I could. How about this? You and Viv hang out. I'll put the crib together.
Okay.
Maybe we could do that.
Okay.
Or I could sleep as well. Think about it. Besides that, we also had some new trailers drop over the week. So today we did not watch this one, but a new trailer for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom dropped. What are you laughing about?
When you mentioned U.S. agent, Jariana said he is Party City Cap.
That's fantastic.
That is true. They have some weird costumes at Party City.
Party City. Anyway, yeah, a new Aquaman trailer dropped. We didn't watch it.
No.
I mean, is anybody? Let me ask you in the chat, everybody.
My man.
God, if
My
you want-
brother.
God.
My son.
They say leaders like to build bridges. Apparently, like all I saw was a little clip on Twitter, and like without words or anything, and he's like sitting there with his son in front of an aquarium, and I think he's trying to get his son to talk to the fish. I don't know. Like, is anybody excited for this? If in the chat or if you're watching this later, feel free to leave a comment. But like, is anyone excited for Aquaman 2?
There's a girl sitting next to me in the theater. I think a couple of weeks back, it showed the trailer for Aquaman.
Yeah.
And she went, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was like,
What?
who are you?
God almighty. Like, I remember liking the first one, but I don't know. I don't know.
This Eric says this trailer makes the movie actually look good.
For real? Daggone. Which
We'll watch it later.
weren't we high on the trailer like the
Yeah.
last one?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, it's one of those things where it's like
It's because
it keeps wearing us down,
And it's like,
Yeah, it's gonna be like Black Adam. Like, remember, like right before,
oh yeah, we was like hot.
because we were down
Yeah.
the whole time, and then like
Right.
2 weeks before we started getting excited, and then we watched it, and then like a day
Seemed
later,
like that high was there for a bit.
it was there for a week.
It died.
And then Zaslav was like, "Oh, by the way, we're shit canning the entire DC universe.
Yes.
We're complete. It's done. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's over.
Don't even front dog.
Don't even front dog." Fucking Zaslav, piece of shit. All right. There's also Maggie. I don't know if
I
you
hope
watched
the government takes him down. on his-
Zaslav.
Yeah.
Shit.
All
Goddamn.
the tax things that they
Ah,
do.
well,
man.
yeah. Don't fuck with them like that. Like, don't fuck with movie people like that. We're talking about the Wile E. Coyote thing. Anyway,
Anyways, I'll shut
there was
up.
a teaser Did you say you'll shut up?
Yep, I'll shut
No, this is a podcast. You're supposed to talk. That's the whole point, Maggie.
Anyways.
There's a teaser for a Ted prequel called Ted.
Wow.
And it's a series that hits Peacock on January 11th. Did you watch it?
No.
I watched it.
I've barely been on
It
the
was last
internets
week.
today.
It was last week. I meant to tell you about it and I didn't.
Like
But
nothing's popped up in my feeds about it though. That's what's weird. Somebody always puts something up.
yeah, hang on.
Especially the comic book people I follow on Instagram. Ah.
Thanks. I'm still fighting it, guys. Like, it's better, but it's still just, I got that old man cough, you know? I'm old. Anyway, it looks, I mean, I got nothing. It's like when he's a kid. Not Ted, obviously, but when...
Mark Wahlberg's character as a kid.
Yeah, and it's like, it kind of looks like that 70s show, but like with a teddy bear. It looks stupid as shit. All right, there, I said it. What If Season 2 trailer dropped? It'll be premiering on December 22nd, and I think it's new episodes every day for 9 days. You get a new episode.
Okay.
Like, it's the whole season, but it's every day you get a new one. And it looks
For
decent.
Christmas.
It looks decent.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the first What If, like the first season What If.
It seemed like the animation looks a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's still got that look that I don't like, but
Yeah.
like it does look a little bit better. Like, it looks like they're leaning more into the fact that it's animated and not just
Yeah.
trying to pretend like it's live action, you know? Like, they're like, well, I mean, I guess we could do something.
Yeah.
But the Christmas Avengers episode looks fun enough. Like, that alone will
Yeah.
probably be worth it existing, you know?
Yeah.
But I think also Multiverse of Madness just kind of like made me feel like, oh, this doesn't matter like, at all. Yeah, don't get me started. What if? Madam Web trailer also dropped last week. I did a short breakdown of that. I think we also talked about it during Super Nice Playback last Wednesday. If you want to hear our original thoughts, but yeah, oddly looks good.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised. Like,
it's really weird.
a Sony Spider-Man non-MCU related live action film looks halfway decent, and I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised.
I was kind of shocked that we didn't see an old woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was surprised we didn't get like just a horribly overt Spider-Man reference. I mean, I guess the evil Spider-Man kind of did
I thought
that.
we was just gonna see a big old giant web and her sitting there in her big old chair with her wild looking hair,
Madam
and
Web.
glasses. Yeah,
Wow.
and she's just old.
Like from the animated series?
Yeah.
Where
That's
like,
what I was picturing. The
where
whole
like she
entire
doesn't
time.
have legs, like it just kind of goes into like a tail kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't get that. Honestly, that would have been really fucking weird.
too.
That would have been weird. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks fun enough. We're actually it has sparked a conversation between Maggie and I about a possible new series that we're contemplating doing.
Oh Jesus!
Uh,
I was like, what is he talking about? No, I remember now.
So this would be after the first year, but you know, we were talking a lot about how Deadpool 3 is coming out in July, and we'd kind of like to do kind of like what we did for Beast Wars,
Yeah.
or Turtles, where we like build to it, right?
Yeah.
But like, how do you build to that, right? Because we obviously don't want to like rewatch the MCU.
No.
Not yet. We're thinking about that for like Secret Wars, which will be in a few years. But, you know, we were also thinking like, man, they're probably gonna like reference a lot of the old Marvel stuff. Like, we heard Elektra might be showing up. Apparently everything is on the table. Like anything and everything that existed
They're
before.
back
is on
filming
the table.
it because
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman
The
posted-
huge jacked man
posted a picture of his
chops.
chops.
Yeah, man, chops.
He's like, the chops are back. You know what that means.
So, yeah, we're thinking about rewatching all the Marvel movies, like the non-MCU Marvel movies, in release order. Talking Blade, and X-Men, and Ang Lee's Hulk. Ghost
God,
Rider,
no.
Elektra, all of it. We're thinking about doing, and I mean, obviously all the X-Men. It would be fun. It'd be fun.
Ang Lee's Hulk. All I can remember is watching it in high school because my geography teacher was also the head football coach at the time, and he was just lazy at his job. And he's like, I got the Hulk for everybody if you want to watch it.
What class was he?
I think it's geography. If I said geology, I apologize. It's geography.
How? What? How?
Also, this is the same class, Matt, that I watched. The same one. The original War of the Worlds in.
Oh, God. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a classic, but, like, I don't understand how that's geography, though. It doesn't matter. All I remember is him punching the shit out of that giant poodle. Like that monster poodle.
There's two of them.
Was there two? I thought there was just one. I think it was just one poodle.
I thought it was just two dogs, though.
There's 3 dogs.
2 stupid dogs.
Oh, boy. All right, let's move on.
Two stupid dogs.
Chicken Run 2 dropped a trailer. I'll be honest, I fucking hate the Wallace and Gromit shit.
I wasn't a big fan of Chicken Run.
And like, look, I know we're gonna get some hate on the internet, and here's what I say: fucking bring it on, bring it on. All right, because Wallace and Gromit sucks. I said it. Apparently, they're gonna run out of clay. Did you see that story? Yeah, apparently. Like, I don't know, I guess the people that make the clay that they use, like, are going out of business.
Oh, God.
But they've already secured more clay. But it's like, there was a story for like 12 hours of like, oh my God, there's no more Wallace and Gromit because they've run out of clay. And it's like, see, this is why computers exist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been a big fan of like, I don't know. They just, are they the same people that did the Bigfoot movie with the huge jacked man? Damn it, Maggie. And lastly, Pokemon Concierge.
Yeah.
Released a teaser trailer, and that hits Netflix on December 28th, and it looks adorable. Maggie, tell us about
it. Speaking of clay.
This is good clay, okay? This is Japanese clay. There's a difference. You ever seen Kubo and the Two Strings? I rest my case.
Some people would argue that's a good movie.
No, I'm saying it's good.
Okay.
That was what I was saying. Was that it was good.
Great. You're on the negative train.
No. Wallace and Gromit suck. Kubo and the Two Strings, good.
Okay.
Take it away.
Anyways, Pokemon Concierge is all about a girl that comes to an island that has a Pokemon hotel, and she becomes the concierge to the Pokemon.
I'm so sorry.
What the?
I was
What are you doing?
I was trying to get the stream pulled back up, and where I played the video that Eric sent us, I didn't have it pulled up again.
Jerry and a head football coach back in our day. Think about it. Think about it. He wore lots.
Back in town.
He wore lots of orange. Anyways, she comes to the island. She wants to help the Pokemon. Shut up.
No, it's not you. I'm just
shut up.
I'm catching up on Eric's comments in the chat. Okay?
Yeah, I like the one about his wife not being a big Amber Heard fan.
Yeah. No, I was. He said a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man, just a lot of spiderweb and a bad guy without shoes.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have shoes. That's his whole thing. Because he's in the jungle. It's the whole like that's his whole thing. That's his whole thing. Anyway, Pokemon Concierge.
Yes.
It's adorable.
And it's adorable, and she's trying her best to serve the Pokemon and give them a good time on the island.
If you know what I'm saying.
I about took an Arcanine Pokemon card from a kid today.
God damn, Maggie. Man, I wouldn't like own up to that.
I mean, they're not supposed to have. They're not supposed to have them at school.
Fair enough. I almost lost all of my Digimon cards at school when I was in middle school.
Really?
Yeah. Like, so I put them in a locker. And, like, I went to the same school for 13 goddamn years, okay? And they were goddamned years, all right? Anyway, it was a Christian school. Don't worry about it. And, like, so I left them there. Because, I mean, I literally would be back a month later whenever school started back, right? And like I went to church every weekend. Am I still on you? I was on you the whole time. And like so they like cut open the locker like with like they broke the key lock that they told us all to get. They told us all to get a lock to put on the locker. So I did. Spent $5 I didn't have, right? They cut it open and my cards were in there. The cards that are in the closet right now. And yeah. And then like some fucking little fucking teachers' kids were like, they had them. And like, yeah. And then luckily it wasn't their mom, but it was like their like stepmom, I guess. And she was like, hey, I think these were yours. And like they were playing with them, but I got them all back for you. So here you go.
Well, at least she was nice.
Yeah, she was nice. I'm pretty sure she doesn't go to that place anymore. So it's probably good.
Contraband. That's right, Jerianna. It's contraband.
That's right. Wait, me or you?
Talking about me taking.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I took Pokemon cards from kids, so.
Oh, man. I was definitely more of a Digimon guy. That's just me.
Yes, I had geography with him, Jerianna. It was a very boring time.
Welcome to the Maggie and Jerianna show, apparently. That's that girl's theme song. All right. Hey, new Rotten Tomatoes. I almost said Rooster Teeth. New Rotten Tomatoes score for the past week. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off debuted with 100% score with 28 reviews. Now, these are all the debuts, like when they first hit Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't checked back in to see if they've changed. Like, they probably have, but I haven't looked at it. This is just what they debuted with. Like, I don't really keep up with it as it goes. Sorry. Hunger Games 5 opened with a 59% with 155 reviews. So a little bit lower.
Yeah, but still, it made the money.
I know, right? See, nothing matters.
Booty holes.
The Boy and the Heron, the new Hayao Miyazaki, there it is, opened with 98% with 91 reviews. They're saying it's his masterpiece. And Disney's Wish opened with 64% with 36 reviews. So it is considered fresh. I've actually seen a couple of people talk about it online. They were saying that it's good. The music's not as good as like some of the more recent Disney stuff. I'm probably talking about Frozen if I had to guess. And that the comedy's not as funny. Like the talking goat isn't as funny as like Olaf. But they said other than that, it's like it's beautiful and it's still classic Disney. So I mean, I'll take that. But we'll be talking about Wish next week. I believe that's the plan for next weekend is to go watch The Wish. I knew my wish. What's up? All right, new dates. anything, Maggie? You want to say about any of that?
I have a wish. Who knew my voice could be so low?
Hey, cover me for a second. I got a coffee on.
My butt found it.
Oh my god.
Hack it up. Ugh. Yeah, Jerianna, our theme song would be the JT song. What's the JT song? Which one? It would just be Sexy Back. It would just be that.
Don't be so quick to walk away. Dance with me. New dates. Dune 2 has been moved forward and will now release on March 1st, 2024. I think it's a 2-week ahead. So this one, I'd never even heard of this, but apparently this opened at either South by Southwest or Sundance or something. But it is a Disturbance in the Force.
Yeah.
Is what it's called. And it is a comical behind-the-scenes documentary about the ill-fated 1978 Star Wars holiday special. And it will arrive on digital and Blu-ray on December 5th. So not authorized by like Disney.
Yeah.
But it's a documentary about the holiday special. Yeah. Kind of want to watch it.
Can't wait.
As long as it's like not like a stupid amount, I'll buy it on iTunes.
Yeah.
If it's like $45, I'm not going to buy it. But usually when it's like a documentary like this, usually they're not like that big.
Yeah.
And so they go for like $12.99. So I mean, like I'll do that.
Yeah.
You know, totally. And then Pixar's first long-form series, Win or Lose, has been delayed to 2024. And I'm pretty sure that was Like, we heard about that before Disney Plus even launched.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the first, like, we got shows from Marvel, we got shows from Star Wars, we
Yeah.
got shows from Pixar, and this was it. And it's not out yet.
Mm.
And how long has Disney Plus been out? Viv wasn't even born. So it's been like
Oh,
4 years
wait.
ago.
I feel like it opened the same day as, well, not open, but like as Animal Crossing did.
No. Disney Plus launched, no, Maggie, because we watched the first episode of The Mandalorian when we found out we were having Viv.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so when Baby
That's
Yoda
like-
showed up, that's why I always kind of equate Viv
Yeah.
and Grogu together. I'm like, you're going to be the same, goddammit.
Yeah.
You're going to have all
Sure.
kinds of Grogu shit, whether you want it or not. All right?
Yeah.
Just like my Uncle Tater.
Eric.
I can't wait for Billy to hear that one.
I think he's left, Matt.
Nah, he has. But like when he listens to it like 4 months from now.
Eric left you a nice little comment to read
Oh, sweet.
because you can read it better than I can.
Let's see. I wish I was a little taller. I wish I was taller. Man. Is it Skilo? That's what it is, right? I almost said CeeLo Green, and I was like, that's not it. It's Skilo. Skilo. Hello. Hello. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat and a bat and a 6'4" Impala.
And the cat in the hat.
So good. Man, Maggie, listen. You obviously didn't play on a playground, an apartment complex,
No, I didn't.
basketball, all right? There was this one kid, called him Birdman. And you want to know why? Because he fouled a lot. And I swear to God, that was why. We sucked. We were terrible. We were just the worst. Hey, so via IGN, these are all just headlines. A deleted scene from WandaVision reveals that Ralph Boner was the missing witness of Jimmy Woo. Yeah.
What? Everybody's figuring this whole entire time.
Was it? I didn't. I
I
mean,
figured that's what
I'll be honest. I kind of forgot that was even a plot point. But you know, there it is. The fact that all these years later we're even talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, fuck Ralph Boner.
Dashed your dreams away.
Just makes me mad. You know, between that and them being like, "Oh, hey, here's Professor X in the MCU," gotcha. It's actually a fucking kick in the balls. You stupid fuck. You wanted that? You wanted Professor X in the MCU? Fuck you. Like, between those two things, it felt like the MCU was being mean in Phase 4, you know? Like, goddamn. Via Inverse, Taika Waititi confirms that he is not returning to direct Thor 5, but Chris Hemsworth is in talks to return. Do you think we're going to get a Thor 5? Or do you think we're just going to get him in Secret Wars?
I want Thor 5 and Hercules.
Fuck.
This is-
He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. He's Roy Kent.
Yeah.
God. Do we really
Jay.
need that?
I don't know.
Do we really need a Hercules movie? Like, in the MCU?
I don't know. Be a load of poopy.
That's the wrong guy.
I know.
I digress. What do you think about Taika not returning?
I mean, it's understandable.
I get it. I mean, after all this time, after the way everybody reacted with it. Plus, he's making a Star War.
yeah.
Making one of those Star War movies.
One Star War. Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Just one Star War.
Yeah. He's not down for like a whole trilogy.
No.
You know, it's just a Star War, not a Star
Star
Wars. All right. The War of the Stars. Via Deadline, Creed 4 is in the works, and Michael B. Jordan will return to direct.
Guess who's
Not
not
gonna be
coming
there.
back?
I mean, I don't know.
Very
I hate how all
sad.
that went down. God, I hate it. So this one's a bit of a walk. Just a little bit long for a headline, but not long enough to be a full news story. So via Deadline, Maria Gabriella Excuse me. What?
Maria Gabriela de Fiara.
Fiara has been cast as the Maggie. You gotta read it because it's cut off on my side.
Has been cast as the engineer in James
Gunn's Superman Legacy. Ooh, we should start just reading these together at the
We
same
would
time.
annoy the F out of people.
Angie Spike, maybe, is the second engineer, a member of the Authority from the Wildstorm universe. She has a liquid body due to
Nanots
in her bloodstream. With this metal blood, she can create solid
objects.
There you go. So like an evil T-1000 situation. Lots of like there's a lot going into this Superman movie that I don't know shit about. Like there's a lot. Which I mean, it's fine. Whatever. I mean, it could be good. Then any thoughts about that?
No.
Via Deadline, Destin Daniel Cretton has left directing Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and he will focus on Shang-Chi 2. So he was the director of the first Shang-Chi, and now he's going to not be doing the Kang Dynasty, but it will instead focus on the sequel to Shang-Chi.
Okay.
And did we talk last week about how they lost the writer to the Kang Dynasty?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. It's not happening, right?
No,
like they're totally not doing
they're
that movie.
They're scrapping it, man.
It's crazy.
Eric says Espanol tag me, and I'll read it in Espanol.
We just hire Eric to do our Espanol like dub.
Yeah.
Because like Mr. Beast has like a channel for every different language where they just dub over the videos. And so he has like literally,
I apologize if I butchered it, Eric.
he has literally like over 100 play buttons, like gold play buttons, because each one of them have hit like 1 million subscribers. It's insane.
I believe it.
Via discussing film, Phil Lord and Chris Miller have given huge praise to Coyote vs. Acme after a screening took place this week. The screening reportedly drew a huge applause at the end. Phil Lord had this to say: Coyote vs. Acme is wonderful, hilarious, smart, existential, and moving, and makes this all-time character more relevant than ever. And Chris Miller said, I saw Coyote vs. Acme, and it's delightful, funny, charming, physical, good physical timing with a surprising amount of heart. So...
I thought it was said with a surprising amount of heart.
Yeah, I left out the O. So yeah, there you go. I probably should have combined this with the one earlier, but via discussing film, James Gunn calls the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow screenplay above and beyond anything I'd hoped it would be. He adds that they are now beginning the search for a director. No word on if they're keeping the same actress from The Flash.
I really wish they were.
I hope they do. I mean, I don't know how it I can't imagine it would matter as far as this characterization of Supergirl, because I mean, based on the comic, which I've not read the comic, but it's Tom King. I've seen some things about it. I've bought it. I just haven't got to read it yet. And based on what I'm seeing, she would fit it perfectly. She would still do perfect at it, because she's kind of super hardcore. She's much more of a badass in it,
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought she did a great job, and it'd be really great to let her have a movie that doesn't have so much fucking baggage with it, and just let her kind of be celebrated as being a fantastic Supergirl. That's just my opinion.
I'll go with it to my grave. I think she's the best. I have a Funko Pop of her at school. I highly contemplated buying the Barbie version of her off of Mattel's website.
You even got your haircut like her.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really liked her. I like the fact that we finally got a Kryptonian that was killing people.
Shit. Well, I mean, Henry Cavill broke Zod's neck. Dog.
Yeah, but I meant they broke her out. She has not been out and about or anything. She just knew that she's gonna
straight offing dudes.
Yeah, no conscious about it. She's just gonna.
It's almost like she was a super girl. I got nothing. I thought I had something. I don't have anything. Anything else you want to say about the headlines? No. All right. Well, we are getting ready to go into our full-on, not even reviews. We don't do reviews anymore. So we'll just go ahead and get into it. This will be spoiler-free. We're going to be talking about Trolls Band Together first, and then we'll talk spoilers for Trolls Band Together, and then we'll be talking about Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, spoilers-free, and then we'll be doing the spoilers for that. You having fun, Maggie?
Yeah.
God, I love it. All right, so let's get into Trolls
Gracias, Eric.
Band Together. All right, here we are, everybody. Trolls Band Together. Oh wait. I had an idea of like we just randomly like change out the small poppy with the big poppy and just see if anybody notices. But it's okay. I like it. Everybody, look at this popcorn bucket. All right.
Is it gorgeous?
You know us. We love a good popcorn bucket. And this one is ridiculous. So it come in two parts. The hair actually was not connected. So we had to like snap it on, and that was like a whole thing.
This reminds me of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Wow. Are you talking about the monkey brains? God damn it, Maggie. Never mind. I'm just leaving it. I'm going to leave that one.
But I think, this is my opinion, this is like one of the best looking ones that we have.
The buckets?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really like that.
She's got so much detail to her.
Like, I mean, the Optimus Prime popcorn bucket's good because it's like, it's got the build quality of the like original, like metal toys that they would have. But like, this is, I mean, this is just perfect.
Yeah.
Like, she looks great. Our little girl has already stole it from us. So, you know, we,
I laid it in her seat where we picked her up from Matt's mom's. And she went, oh, thank you. I love her.
I didn't tell you this.
Oh, God.
Today, whenever, like, we were playing matching cards. And she picked it up and she went, "Oh, what a surprise!"
Oh.
So great. She's great, man. But yeah.
Oh, I know what matching game I can bring home.
Oh, okay.
I have a Mickey Mouse one at school.
Oh God, she'll love that. But Trolls. So obviously this popcorn bucket's great. We also got a little cup. That's where the little poppy come from. Enough about this part though. We're planning on going to watch Trolls again.
Yep.
Because it's that good. Maggie, take it away. Because you effing loved this movie.
Yes, I did. It's better, in my opinion. It was way better than the first two. The first one's really good. Don't get me wrong. The first Trolls. But this one, I like the take on the story.
Yeah.
And I liked how they introduced all the new characters and stuff. And also, this soundtrack is the best.
It's so good. It's ridiculously good.
I've been humming Candy Girl all day. So.
Dude, like, so when it comes to Trolls, I like the first one enough. Like, I mean, I thought it was good. I like the music more than the actual story. And then Trolls 2, I thought was better than the first one.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Bergens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't like them that much. But then this movie, I think, just fucking stomped 1 and 2 hard. Like, I love how we're talking about Trolls and I just used the F word. Like,
we probably won't be the only ones.
What audience is this for? You know what I mean? It's for us. It's just for the millennials, you know?
Yes.
But nah, dude, like, it was so good. And it actually made me like the Bergens. Like, her friend, her
Bridget.
Bridget. I thought she did a great job, which was Zooey Deschanel, right?
Yeah.
I forgot McLovin was the other one. I completely forgot.
And he said, wherever he put up pictures of the premiere, he said, I hope we can make 25 more of these movies.
Dude, I mean, honestly, with the way this one goes, like, they could. Like, you could say nothing, like, super pivotal. Nothing super important happens over the course of this one. I mean, sure, there's, like, Branch and, like, his family and stuff. And, like, obviously, we're not in spoilers yet. But, like, you know, this could just be the next episode. You know, like, to me, this felt like Star Trek 6.
Yes.
You know, like, where it's like, it's just the next one.
Yeah.
But it's still great, you know? And like I don't know, it felt like the best produced Trolls movie because it was
Yes.
so quick and
Yes.
like they didn't linger on anything too long. Nothing overstayed its welcome.
Yeah.
It was tight in the storytelling.
And also, the trailers never really showed the bad guys.
Yeah, Velvet and Veneer.
And I only figured out about them because we started listening to the soundtrack early.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is the guy from the Book of Mormon
Yeah.
in this? And I had to look up the other girl that was singing because Amy Schumer does not sing her part.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
And I was like, oh my God, they're the bad guys. I love this so much.
Dude, the dude from Book of Mormon was so good at it.
Yes.
Like, it's fantastic.
They look like Betty Spaghetti
They do.
characters. I love it.
I really thought that that's what they were going to go for. Like, that
Yeah.
it was supposed to be Betty Spaghetti. But
I bet it is supposed to be, but I don't see how they could have gotten.
I mean,
the
do they
rights.
own?
I don't
does the same
know.
Trolls people own them?
It just depends on who got the rights to Trolls over the years. I'm
Yeah.
not sure who's got them.
I don't know either. But yeah, man, I loved it. I thought the music was phenomenal. Like, probably my favorite of the songs. Like, I mean, granted, I still like True Colors from the first one. I still like the opening song from the first one.
Yeah.
The everybody. Yeah, I like that one. And of course, like I like that. But aside from those, I think this movie's better.
Yes.
Like the music is just, I mean, especially like the song, you know, and
Yeah.
like we're gonna get into spoilers in just a second, but like especially that one.
Yeah.
But even the way they do that song in the movie, like it's even
Yeah.
better than like just the single that they've released. You know what I mean? Like, and it's more powerful than I was expecting. And like the way they introduce all these different plot elements and stuff, like it never feels forced. And like you can kind of hear everybody's like joy of making this movie through their voice acting.
Mhm.
And it just makes it a more enjoyable experience,
Yeah.
you know? Shit, there was something that I was thinking of and I've completely forgot it now.
Yes, Eric, it's from AMC, the Popcorn Bucket.
Yes, absolutely.
I saw his question.
What was I gonna say? It's something so important. Oh, the way Poppy and Branch, there's a moment, spoiler free, there's a moment where Branch kind of is upset and
Yes.
leaves to go off on his own, and Poppy, like, you know, comes to be with him, and he like tries to push her away, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, we're in this together, you know?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're right. I'm sorry." And like, just how, like how much depth
Yeah.
the relationship of Poppy and Branch has. Like,
They have a healthy relationship.
they do. Like, it's maybe the most healthiest relationship of any animated characters. You know,
Yes.
like it's too good.
Yeah.
Like it is perfect. Like the closest I can think of is Kristoff and Anna.
Oh no.
You know, like that's the closest I can think. But like I don't know. I think they're better.
Yeah.
Like Poppy and Branch. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Just that whole scene, the way that it's handled, like it's beautiful. You know, and it's like just this little like 45-second scene, but
Yeah.
it's like it got me a little emotional. You know, I was like, God damn, like they're really
Yeah,
doing this.
they're
This is
doing
great. This is great. So I definitely loved it. Can't recommend going to watch it enough. Like if you're a fan of trolls or cartoons, like
Yeah.
or music, like if you like any one of those things, I think you should definitely go
Yeah,
check
I
this out.
agree.
But obviously if it's not your thing, then I don't think this is gonna, I mean, unless you're a fan of like 90s music, like that could make you still like this, even if you're not
Yes.
super into like cartoon movies or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you don't care about that kind of music, then I mean, this isn't going to do anything to make you like that style of movie.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. But I do think it's great. This will be one of those I can't wait to own
Yeah.
and have watched 400,000 times. It makes me hate
I can't wait.
it.
I can't wait. I've got to step out for a few minutes and
Do you care to bring me like a water or a Coke or
I
something?
can, but I gotta lay down for
Yeah, you're
just a
fine.
few
You're fine. No
seconds.
worries. I'll take the chat here. Do you
Okay.
care to kick it into spoilers?
There you go.
That was wrong. Any spoilers you want to say before you go?
Okay, I can't remember if I muted or not. Poppy has a sister named Viva, and I think she's adorable.
I love it.
Yes. I was like, oh, the picture. No, it's gone. It's the yellow-haired troll. She's really cute.
I like it. All right, Maggie. We'll see you here in just a moment.
I'll make sure to bring you water.
Bring me a Coke, actually, if you don't care. Coke, a CZ, classic CZ, as I like to call them. But yeah, no. So spoilers. NSYNC. Right. I mean, come on. Hey, honey, would you care to turn that light back towards me? No, it's okay. It's okay. No, I know you don't. You're fine. Thank you. Yeah, that's better. So NSYNC, obviously, in this new Trolls movie. So like the whole time building up to him is like, oh, Brozone, you know, it's like his brothers, and like NSYNC's doing the song, but is NSYNC actually going to be in it? And like when they finally do, you know, introduce the NSYNC Trolls, it's great. Like it shouldn't be as great as it is, but it's great. Like I love it. Like I love Lance's troll. And I mean Joey, obviously. Joey's my favorite. But just especially when they start saying all of the different references to the boy bands, and like they end with a Together reference, which is just beyond necessary. Like it's it's great. Like who talks about Together? I love Together. Like Together is like maybe my favorite boy band of that time, right? Because it's a parody, right? No, obviously I love Weird Al. But just the fact that even got referenced just makes me so happy, because it's so just such a stupid thing to reference. I loved it. I thought all the brothers did really well. And like there at the end, I don't know, it was a lot when they had like all 10 members of like all the boy bands, and then Poppy and her sister, like they join in, and so like you just have like these 12 people on stage, and they're like, they did this thing where like they're all like behind each other and they're popping out, and I was like, there's a lot going on here. There's just a lot going on here. But yeah, I'm just saying, it's really good. I don't really have a way to go to the next slide here. So let's get caught up on chat before Maggie gets back in here. So let's see here. We got Eric here. Speaking about James Gunn, can you believe Slither is his movie? Yeah, and they even had Yondu. Dude, Slither. I watched that in theaters and was not really, wasn't expecting what I was going into. But I love Nathan Fillion. You know, obviously Firefly is kind of where I picked him up. I think, wasn't he on Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place? I could be wrong. But yeah, no, Slither's so freaking weird. We bought it on iTunes, I think last year, because Maggie's never seen it. We still haven't checked it out yet, but I can't wait for her to watch it and just see like, yeah, this is where this dude started. I mean, it wasn't his first movie, but like to go from Slither to like Guardians of the Galaxy and now running DC, it's just wild. It's just crazy, man. Let's see here. Eric in the chat, Popcorn Bucket, is that AMC? Yeah, Maggie already talked about that. And did you say Branch Leafs? Oh, Eric, I love it. Fantastic. This is fantastic, sir. Thank you for that. I needed that. So I can't really change the background. I kind of want to talk about Scott Pilgrim. I can't really like do that. Do what? No, you're fine, honey. You don't have to come back right this second. Yeah, no, I mean, if you need another minute. Hey, everybody. Pregnant Maggie is just feeling a little bit today. You know what I mean? Just feeling a little bit wore out. What? Hey, do you care to just change the slide for me? I mean, since you're out there. Thank you. Did you want to talk about Scott Pilgrim before I talk about it? Are you done? It's okay. Okay. No, honey. I mean, you're not feeling good. I'm sorry if everybody can't hear her. She's not feeling good.
I'm just really uncomfortable.
It's okay.
But I was just, I'll tell everybody good night. And I really, really loved Scott Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Yeah.
I really loved it.
Yes. Well, actually, we're spoilers. Full spoilers for Scott Pilgrim. I'm just gonna say it. Full. Oh well. Okay. Well, hang on. We'll talk a little bit about it without spoilers.
Okay.
But you're leaving, so just you liked it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, would you say you liked it more or less than the movie?
I liked it more than the movie.
Oh wow. Okay. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. All right.
All right.
Everybody, Maggie is signing out.
Love you guys.
We'll probably see Maggie tomorrow for going back to Smallville. But yeah, she's gonna take out. Oh yeah, I mean we've been going for a while anyway, so yeah, you need to get you some rest. I will see you shortly. I love you, honey. If you need anything, just holler at me. They'll get it. I'll stream, an old episode or something. But anyway, so yes, we have watched all of Scott Pilgrim. Eric, don't worry, I won't spoil anything. I'll tell you when I'm going into spoilers. So, we did watch the entire season. Unsure if it's going to be another season or if they're just doing this one and done. I haven't heard yet if it's going to be coming back. But I mean, I gotta say, I really went into this expecting something totally different from what we got, and I think that's kind of the consensus with everyone that started watching this that knew anyway about Scott Pilgrim. And I was expecting kind of a 1-to-1 recreation of the comic. Like, I figured this was maybe not like exactly 1-to-1, but maybe a little bit more true than like the movie was. That's just kind of what I thought we was getting, and it is not at all what we got. This is I'll just say this. Okay. So just for anybody, if you've not watched it all, I definitely recommend watching it. If you are a fan at all of Scott Pilgrim, if you don't like Scott Pilgrim, don't watch it. I mean, I don't think this is going to do anything to make you like Scott Pilgrim. This is definitely for the fans, I feel, or newbies. But for people who don't like Scott Pilgrim, I don't think this is going to change your mind. I could be wrong, but I don't think it will. So it's definitely, it is very different. It is not a 1-to-1, and it is definitely not just the movie, but in anime form. So if you were considering not watching it because you thought it was that, I definitely recommend you watch it. Now, that being said, the least you know about it, the better your experience is going to be. So I would recommend everybody, if you've not watched it at all, to just go ahead and tune out from here and not listen to anything else I say. I'm basically talking to Billy. But definitely, if you have any interest in watching it, don't listen to what I'm about to say. And I'm only going to be talking about episode 1 and probably episode 2. And then I'll go full on spoiler of what I thought about the whole series. So again, Eric, don't feel like you gotta run off. So yeah, please, if you don't mind. So here we go. All right, this is full on. If you're still here, I'm gonna spoil something. So Scott Pilgrim dies in the first episode, and we kind of get, thanks, honey, appreciate it. And we kind of get like almost like a what if situation going on, where what if Scott Pilgrim didn't win the first fight? And, the whole first episode really plays just pretty much like how you would expect it to. It's a little bit different from the movie, but not so much. It just feels like an adaptation of the movie or the comics. And then we get to the fight, and he dies. He's the first one to die. Matt Patel takes him down. And then the second episode kicks off, and it's it's his funeral. So you're like I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, I didn't know. Like, oh, is this just gonna be like a one-off thing? Like, they had to fill in some story elements for a couple of extra episodes because there's only 6 issues. Like, is that what we're doing? No, it's not. And it just, it is honestly, it's one of my favorite things that I think I've seen anyone do with a pre-existing property. Like, just, I can't even describe the way it makes my brain feel. Like, it's so, like, it's just great, it's really, really good. And like, I get why some people would hate it. Like, I understand why there would be people that are just not fans of how they decided to go about it. I can't imagine anybody that likes Scott Pilgrim would feel that way, unless they really were just wanting that straightforward adaptation of the comics. But if you're open to just Scott Pilgrim existing as it is, and whatever, like, you just love the characters and you just want to see more of that, then I can't imagine you would dislike this, because it's incredible. Like just what they choose to do is just amazing, and I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. I can't really say more without going to spoilers. So I'm gonna check up on chat with Eric before he runs off. Good. I'm a mute when you go into spoilers after episode 2. Okay, cool. That was insane when Matt Patel did what he did to Gideon, dude. Right? Like, I mean, that was the thing, was it wasn't even just Scott. Like, everything changed. Like, I mean, because Gideon was like the big bad, and then Matt's just able to just take him down. And it's like, what the heck? And yeah, I mean, I like I said, I can't really say much more, because I don't want to spoil anything for this. It's definitely worth not being spoiled on. But yeah, just fantastic all the way around. Just fantastic. So Eric, I'm gonna go into more spoilers, sir. So, anybody else, feel free to tune out, come back later and listen to the rest of it if you'd like, or don't. Whatever. Appreciate you stopping by. But obviously, once I'm done talking about Scott Pilgrim, that'll be the end of the episode. So yeah, I'm gonna go into spoilers. I'm gonna give it just a moment. But I'm gonna be talking about the end of the series and why it made my brain feel so magical. So I'm gonna give it just a second here. Oh man, it's good. Right when it hits the lips. Don't you think so, Maggie? It's so good. Give me a signal when you're done. Okay, I can do that, Eric. I can do that. So, tell you what, Eric. Here's what I'll do. When I'm done, I'll throw up Optimus Prime.
Well, that's just
that'll be when I yeah that'll be when the spoilers are over. I love it. Okay. So here's the thing. Hey, we got a new subscriber. Hey, thank you for subscribing. All right, Scott Pilgrim, the way. Okay, here it is. There's full spoilers. Okay, the fact that this is secretly a sequel is just wonderful, and it's not even really like totally just a sequel. Like, it could be like a multiversal thing. Like, it could be it could be a sequel to the comics. It could be just a new story that isn't really a sequel to anything. But me personally, I like to think of it as a sequel to the 2010 Scott Pilgrim movie, and that that Scott 14 years later, which is now, would have turned out to be an asshole, because I feel like that's kind of where we were. Like, that's where the characters kind of were, and the fact that they deal with some of the history of Scott Pilgrim now, looking back at it, like, there's some problematic stuff. I mean, I'm not saying anything that nobody else hasn't said already, but Scott's kind of a dick. Ramona is treated almost as if she's like a prize, as opposed to being a full-fledged character, and I feel like this show does so much to make Ramona just completely fleshed out and have her own arc and personality and story. And I think my favorite thing about it is how the evil X's, how we deal with that whole thing, how in this we don't fight. Like, I mean, there are fights, of course, there's some fights in it, but like Scott never has to fight the X's because we've learned in the 14 years since then, since the first movie came out, like, and I don't know, maybe it's just me because I was at the perfect age for like when it came out and when this came out, but like the fact that we all personally we all have to kind of deal with our bullshit and move on, like fighting with it is one thing, and like winning Ramona, right, like that doesn't solve all the history and all the trauma and stuff that like you've had in your past. Like just because you like kick the shit out of your ex-boyfriend, which could be necessary, and just because you do that, like that doesn't mean that the scars are gone, and I feel like this show kind of recognizes that and kind of explores that, like Scott and Ramona, when it ended in the movie, like it was not a happy ending. Like, I mean, it was, right, it was that happily ever after ending that we get in all these fairy tales and stuff, but like if you do continue on past that, like of course they would separate. Like of course they would not be happy together. I mean, they had good times, and Scott was definitely like way future Scott was way more obsessive and like torn up internally to deal with it than he needed to be, right? Like even Ramona's like, dude, like you could have come back at any time, like you didn't have to spend 10 years in a room alone. Like you could have, instead of doing that, you could have just made things better, because Scott never learned that, like sure, he learned the power of self-respect, right, like at the end of the movie, and that's great, but like he never dealt with his shit. So I mean, like you see how he acted with Envy Adams when he was first broken up with, and how that like devastated him, right? And of course something would happen with Ramona that it wouldn't be perfect, and he wouldn't be able to deal with that because he never grew as a person. And like being able, like the writer Brian Lee O'Malley, like being able to accept that his characters when created were flawed, that it was more of just a surface level kind of thing. It was almost like Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2, where like Back to the Future ends and it's very materialistic, right? Like his parents, life is happier because they have more money, because they have good stuff, right? And like, so I mean, it's really about like, it's very 80s, like, oh, you got to have shit to be happy. And so then like, in Back to the Future 2 and 3, they kind of re-examined that, right? And like, oh, well, no, actually you need to be able to, deal with your past and, be able to grow as a person and not be an asshole and, not fall prey to being called chicken and stuff, right? And so like they kind of fixed it in Back to the Future 2 and 3. And so I feel like Brian Lee O'Malley kind of recognized that. He recognized that the Scott Pilgrim cast of characters that he created were fantastic, but just not completely fleshed out. And this does that. I mean, the fact that we get an episode for each evil X, for the most part, and that Ramona makes amends with them, and not only like it's not a fight, but it's like they just deal with it. They talk it out and find peace with their history, their shared history together. I think it's just so wonderful. And then to have Scott, and I mean, all of this obviously is subjective, but then to have Scott to be able to grow Scott's character for us, because we're now looking at this from 14 years in the future from the original movie, right? And like to see like Scott needs to be a better person, right? Like he did not change enough, he did not grow enough, he didn't learn enough in the movie to be a better person. And so this Scott, the Takes Off Scott, he gets to learn the mistakes of the movie Scott to become a better Scott, right? And like we see him grow, and we see like the fact that him and Ramona have to fight together to defeat future Scott. Like I don't know. I think it's just so perfect, because it's like it's a re-examining of the material, but with eyes from today, and while at the same time continuing the story and yet resetting the story from the original. Like it's so like this shit. I love this shit. Like it hurts my brain even trying to describe what they did with this. But like it's just, I don't know. I can't adequately explain just how much I love this. I think where we end it, there's definitely room for a season 2. You know, I think that, and honestly, from here on, I could see it just being more straightforward. Like it doesn't have to tie back into, you know, the original or anything. I think it could just, you know, here's the adventures of this newer, you know, updated version of these characters. And I would want that, honestly. I wouldn't necessarily need it to tie back into the movie. I'd be fine if it did, but, you know, it doesn't have to. And like seeing all of the X's kind of grow, you know, what's his name? Lucas Lee becoming okay with himself, like accepting himself and becoming a barista, you know, and like being great at it, and finding, you know, joy in that, right? You know, and I can't think of his name, but the Brandon Routh character, like he, you know, discovers things about himself, you know, like that's wonderful. Who do we think Wallace is married to, by the way? Like, who do we think it is? Because it's somebody from Nintendo. So I mean, like, you know, it'd be great if it was Reggie. I don't think it's Reggie, but that would have been so great. I don't know. The whole thing. I thought the whole thing with young Neil was dumb, but I mean that's young Neil though. So I mean it worked fine. I love Knobs being in the band. I thought that was such a genius idea, and especially them to make a musical together. And the fact that I don't remember this happening in the movie at all. So if they said it already and I just don't remember it, then my apologies. But the fact that they kind of explained Matt Patel wanting to be like a musical star, and like that's the reason why he was singing in the first movie, you know, like that's great. That's so perfect to for that. Like I never thought anything about it. I just thought that that would be, you know, I just thought that was a great way to go about it. Just so good. I loved every second of it. Will Forte as the voice of that Scott. Like I definitely think that was a fantastic call. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost showing up as security guards, wonderful. Eating their Cornetto ice creams. I thought that was great. I'm trying to think. There was a few more. Weird Al made a special guest appearance at one point. I loved it. I loved the art style. I loved everything about it. I don't know. Like there, at some parts, Maggie was saying it reminded her of like in late 80s, early 90s anime, which I'd agree with that. But there was a couple of shots that reminded me of the Mamoru Hosoda, I think is his name, who did Summer Wars. I could be wrong. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But I feel like he did, like there were some shots that reminded me of specifically our War Games from the Digimon movie, the second part. Like I don't know, just like the style of the characters and like the realness of the city and backgrounds and stuff. I don't know, just it super reminded me of that. I just thought it was great. I'm like, I know this is a glowing recommendation, but like, God, it was so good, so freaking good. Definitely can't recommend it enough. If you're on the fence about it, watch it. I'm probably gonna have to watch it again and just really, like, I spent a little too much time at the beginning trying to figure out what I was watching, but once I just gave in and was like, okay, I'm just along for the ride. Probably around episode 3, when I realized, oh, this is just the show. I really just loved it. So I definitely think it's just a perfect follow up completely unexpected and just perfect in every way. I'm just gonna check the chat, make sure there's not anything. Brandon Heaton in the chat says, been a great week for me. I saw Trolls 3 last week. Quite enjoyed it. The first two, seeing Wish tomorrow, and the new Scott Pilgrim cartoon is amazing. The next month, Migration from Illumination. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Brandon Heaton. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is amazing. I'm starting to get sold on the Migration. Starting to get sold on it. So I'm going to come out of spoilers. So I'm going to throw up the That's Just Prime, so we can let Eric know that we're out spoilers.
Well, that's just prime.
Oh man, my voice is just shot to shit. Oh my god. Hey Eric. Hey Eric, we're back. If you're here. And if you're not, it's totally fine. Migration. I'm definitely a little more sold on it, especially since they started playing Taylor Swift music in the trailer. Like, it wasn't as bad as, like, I mean, it's good. I think it actually works for this movie a lot better than, but it always reminds me of Norm of the North when it played Shake It Off. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, why is Norm of the North playing Shake It Off? Like, this is just, God, I fucking hate that movie. I never even watched it. It looked terrible. Almost like Rock Dog. Anybody seen the trailer for Rock Dog? I digress, everybody. Like I said, my voice is just shot to hell right now. With that said, we would add this to the ranking, but I don't know. I'm gonna check and see if Maggie's still awake. And if not, we'll just add it next week. But she may already be passed out, which is totally fun. But yeah, that's it, everybody. That's for the most part. That's everything we've got. We'll just cover it next week. It was good. Good times. Good week. Good news stories. Of course, if you're in America, this week we got Thanksgiving coming up. We're gonna eat some turkey. Maggie's awake, she says. I don't want to yell. Like, okay, so do you know where you want to put the ranking? How about I'll recap for everybody. So currently our ranking is, excuse me, at number 1, Loki. Number 2, All the Light We Cannot See. And at number 3, The Marvels. So, Maggie, where do you want to put Trolls 3? I like how I took off the opposite of the one that would actually be helpful. Because Maggie's over that way. Maggie's talking to me right now. Hey Maggie, I got an idea. Do you have your phone? Do you have your phone? There we go. All right, everybody. This is what we got. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is great. This is what we're going to do when you're on maternity leave. We're just going to do it like this. So, Maggie.
Yeah.
Current ranking. Number 1, Loki. Number 2, All the Light We Cannot See. Number 3, The Marvels. Where do you want to put Trolls band together?
As the new number 3.
The new number 3. So, you think above The Marvels?
Yes.
Wow. I am surprised. Like, it was good, don't get me wrong. I'm just surprised. Like, I thought you really liked The Marvels. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel more strongly about the Trolls band together.
Is it bad? I kind of want to put it above All the Light We Cannot See. Like, All the Light We Cannot See is good.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. I mean, it made me feel things. But, like, I don't know. So did Trolls 3, you know?
Oh, I did say earlier before you called that to make it into the new number 2.
Ooh, shit. Okay. Well, then I think that's where we're going to put it. So, the new number 2, Trolls 3. Will it stay there, though? That's the question. So,
Matt, where do you want to rank Scott Pilgrim Takes Off?
mate, you know what's great? I've got the phone like at your microphone, and I keep doing a one shot of you whenever you're talking. It's so good.
That's great.
So, for Scott Pilgrim, I'll be honest. I'm super torn because part of me wants to put it above Loki. I know, like it's, and again, spoiler free here. But I mean, it's damn good though. Like, I mean, Loki is fantastic. I don't know. God, it's tough. It's tough. Like, if we're talking about just based on quality alone, I think Loki takes it. But like based on my personal feelings, like that's where it gets hard. Cause like I love Loki and the way that they handled Loki was wonderful. But like the way they handled Scott Pilgrim was wonderful, you know? So I mean, like, how do I where are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Let's see here. I want to say, and you'll probably try to argue your way with me. New number 3.
What the fuck? What? New number 3? Below Trolls?
Yeah.
What? No. Trolls was great, but I mean, this was better than Trolls. Come on. Maggie, come on. Are you being for real, dog?
Maybe I am, and maybe I'm not.
Jeez.
I'm tired, okay?
Like, do you
All
remember?
I have in my head is the song when trolls band together is Takes Two.
Oh my god. That's the fact that that's gonna push you to put it above Scott Pilgrim is just a terrible thing that's happening right now. Nah, okay. Tell you what, let's split the difference. God. Let's split the difference. Because I was considering putting it above Loki. So let's leave Loki number 1. We'll put Scott Pilgrim number 2. And Trolls 3.
I don't know.
Well, you're not in here, so I get to vote, and yours doesn't count.
Hey, invisible handshake in the air.
There you go. I'm gonna shake the phone. There you go. We shook on it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's asking me if I want to undo topping, so I'm gonna cancel. All right, the new number 2 is Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Great show, honestly. Let's see here. Eric in the chat saying, Matt, do you think all the actors brought their A game to the show? Or were there any performances that didn't do it for you? Eric, that is a fantastic question. Maggie, how about I hang up and I'll call you back in just a second?
I was just saying, you'll not start hearing me snore.
Okay, well, I'm going to wake you up to say thanks for watching, and as always, have a awesome day. So, I'll call you back, okay? All right, I love you. Bye. Bye. Okay, so, Eric, here's the thing. I did feel that some of the actors did not bring... It's not even that they didn't bring their A game. It's more that I feel like you could tell who had done at least more voiceover work than others. Like I thought Chris Evans and Brennan Routh and Maya Whitman, is that her name? The Roxy. I thought they did great. And Anna Kendrick. I mean, I thought she did great. Gideon, you know, I can never remember his name, even though he's a fantastic actor. Honestly, unfortunately, I feel like Michael Cera and Ramona again, Mary Winstead, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I feel like they didn't do great. Like, I mean, they're fine. They do a decent enough job. Like, it's fine. It's serviceable. But like, it just felt like, you know, like when you get your friends to be actors in a movie because like you don't really have anybody else to be in your movie. So like you just have to kind of use these people whether they're good actors or not. That's kind of what it felt like. I mean, they're great actors. They are great actors. Like, we know they're great actors. But just, man, just, I don't know. It was just not, I don't know. It just wasn't doing it for me. Michael Cera, like, I feel like as the show got on, like, goes along, it gets better. And I don't know if they actually get better, if I just get more used to it. Kieran Culkin also kind of treaded that line a little bit for me also. But again, I don't know if they, you know, I mean, depending on when they did this, like, did they have to do it over Zoom? You know, or maybe not even Zoom, but just remotely, you know, like, were they doing it in their homes? As opposed to, like, being able to work off each other and stuff. You know, was that the case? So I don't know. That's the thing. I still love having them all back. And I think for the story that they're telling, it's better that they had them all back. But yeah, that was one thing that I was like, they could have just been a little stronger. But I mean, you know, it is what it is. 6 of one, half a dozen the other. That's what I like to say. We got another person in chat here. We got Brandon Heaton. Also about migration, we're getting a new Despicable Me short in front of it called Mooned. Also, I think we're getting a teaser for Despicable Me 4 soon. Ooh, interesting. I actually need to go back and watch all those. I've watched the first one, and I really liked it, but I never got into the rest of them. I need to do that. So yeah, there it is, everybody. Let's get Maggie back on the phone. Let's see if she picks up. She might not. Watch her be asleep already.
What's up?
Hey.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's gonna wrap it up for us, everybody. Eric in the chat, I get it. Just in the first 2 episodes, Matthew Patel performance is way beyond great. Yes. Ramona doesn't feel forced, but not a lot of emotion, I think. Yeah. Matthew Patel is another good one. Totally agree, Eric. But that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of The Hopefully Awesome Show. We hope you all had a good time tonight. Shout out to all those in chat. Shout out to Eric and Brandon and the other Eric and Billy and Jeriana and everybody. We had just so much fun, and everybody that I didn't mention. Remember, if you'd like to help support the channel, you can go over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome or join us right here on youtube.com/hopefullyawesome, where you become a Patreon producer, much like Strange Marvel Theories, our November producer of the month. So thank you for doing that. Remember, we will be back again tomorrow night with Going Back to Smallville. We'll be talking about the episode Spell. Do you remember what it's called?
No.
Okay, it's the one where Lana's a witch, so it's that one. And then we also have on Wednesday, Super Nice Playback. Well, we've been watching the Thanksgiving video we've been pushing off, so we'll see what's finally on that one. So be sure to come hang out with us at 9 o'clock both of those times. That's Eastern Standard Time, and that's it. Rest of the week we got some other stuff coming out, so be sure and hit that up. Smash that like button. But that is going to wrap it up for us, everybody. Thanks for watching. And as always,
have a hopefully awesome day.
Bye.